Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Madhava Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Jana Vallabha Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamunatida Vanachari Yamunatida Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Jaya Radha Madhava Radhe Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Prabhupada Gaur Premanandi Jayam Vishnupad Paramamsa Parirajakarya Stotra Sadasim His Divine Grace Abhay Charanavindesi Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jayam Vishnupad Paramamsa Parirajakarya Stotra Sadasim His Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Antakoti Vaishnavrinda Ki Ramacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Nitai Gaur Premanandi All glories to some devotees, all glories to some devotees, all glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga, all glories to Prabhupada ki. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवतसेवया भगवते उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 11, Chapter 1. This chapter is entitled The Curse upon the Edu Dynasty. We will recite 13th verse today. Kirtanadastan upavrigya Kaumara yadunandano Upasangrasya prapachur Upasangrasya prapachur Antaviti vinantavata Kirtanadastan upagravya Kumara yadunandana Upasangrasya prapancho Avinta vinitavit Kirtanadastan upagravya Kumara yadunandano Upagravasya prapancho Avinta vinitavat. Please chant. Kirtandasya upavigya Kumara yadunandana Upasangrivya prachur Avinita vinitavat Kirtanadandan upavigya Kumara yadunandana Upasangrivya prachur Avanita Vinitava Kirtanadan Upagritya Kumara Yadunandano Upasangrivya Prabhanchur Avinita Vinitava. Okay, so this verse has is 13 to 15. We'll just directly go to the translation since the purport is very long. Okay, translation and purport by disciples of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. To that holy place, the young boys of Yadu dynasty had brought Samba, son of Jambavati, dressed in woman's garb. Playful, approaching the great sages gathered there, the boys grabbed hold of sage feet and impudently asked them with fatigue, humility, O learned Brahmanas, this black-eyed pregnant woman has something to ask you. She is too embarrassed to inquire for herself. She is just about to give a birth and is very dangerous of having a son. Desirous of is She is just about to give a birth and is desirous of having a son. Since all of you are great sages with infallible vision, please tell us whether her child will be a boy or a girl. Purport. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati has made the following comment. The impudent behavior of the young Yadu towards the sages headed by Narada, who were all Brahmanas and devotees of the Lord, was displaying of deviation from the path of Lord Krishna. Similarly, although Prakritya Sahajiyas think themselves as an intimate associate of Krishna, the supremely merciful Lord's determination is perfectly correct in working to finish such a false devotees. Such impostors actually never accept a real service to Krishna. The Yadu Kumara's deception in termed seemingly humble, meaning that in fact they were anything but humble. Therefore, the ridiculing of Vaishnavas by the Lord's family resulted in a great offense against the devotees of the Lord. A similar incident occurred during the pastime of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when his own mother offended Sri Advaita Acharya. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally rectified his offense against a great Vaishnava, and thus the Lord showed his magnanimity. Lord Krishna's pastimes of destroying the Yadu dynasty is also demonstration of his mercy to his devotees. Believing the Brahmanas, Vaishnavas, and Rishis to be foolishly lacking knowledge in the material affairs of sense gratification, the Yadu Kumaras dressed Samba, the son of Jambavati, as a woman and tried to mock the saintly assembly. Lord Krishna wanted to teach that such an offense committed against a great devotee by associate Samba would be the cause of Edo dynasty destruction, all as part of his Leela. In the modern terms, such behavior has manifested itself in the Gaudiya Vaishnava community. Unauthorized persons have intimated the process of delectfully bestowing women's dress on their followers. This process is to be counted as a variety of aparadha or offense against Krishna. Such an attempt to cheapen the ridicule of devotional service to Krishna is certainly caused by envy towards the real Vaishnava who are faithfully engaged in devotional service according to the rules and regulations of the Vedic literature. Thus, Rupa Goswami said, Shruti Smriti Puranadi Pancharatrika Vidimbina Ayatika Harer Bhaktir Utpata Eva Kalpate. If one wants to demonstrate his great devotion to the Supreme Lord, but this process of devotional service violates the standard rules of revealed scriptures such as Shruti, Smriti, Purana, and Narada Pancharatra, then he is alleged to love of Godhead will simply disturb the society by misleading people from the auspicious path of spiritual advancement. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1.2.101. The taking of a woman's cloth by a man in Krishna Leela was intended to point out this fact. Such an act amounts to cheat the ridicule of the devotees of Krishna. Samba is a personal associate of the Lord, but acting as a harbinger of fortune, further misfortune to be created in Kali Yuga by the bogus follower of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Samba displayed this tactic pastime to help the living entities be blessed on a correct path of devotional service. The boys said to the sages, O Rishis, Brahmanas, Narada, and other great personalities, can you tell us whether it will be a son or a daughter that will be born from this pregnant woman's womb? By addressing a pure Vaishnava in this way, they anticipated a fertilized sampradaya of the modern age. in their practice of Saki Bheki, or dressing men as a female associate of a gopis. This unauthorized activity constitutes contempt and mockery of the pure devotees of the Lord. Many false yogis, imagining they are disturbing the first class devotion on the liberation platform, attempt to award the status of a pure devotee candidate, totally ignorant of the transcendental taste of Madhuri Rati or the Lord's conjugal love in the spiritual world, even though they know that general populace is unfit to imitate the liberated associate of the Lord. They artificially decorate ordinary persons with ornaments of spiritual perfection such as tears, a melted heart, and a standing on the end of the bodily hair. Thus, these bogus yogis introduced the process of misleading the world. Because Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu understood that the great misfortune caused by such false kuyogis, was imposed to the forestall in the Kali Yuga, he infected them with the insane desire of material objects of lust, so that ordinary persons can easily identify such false yogis' deviation from the path of pure devotional service. The mockery of the Brahmanas and Vaishnavas by the boys of the Yadu dynasty who dressed Samba women's grab and the resultant destructions of Yadu dynasty conclusively demonstrated the uselessness of the Sahajiya Sampradayas. Sri Jiva Goswami has confirmed that lack of humility shown by the sons of the Yadu dynasty was an argument by the Lord Himself. Arrangement by the Lord Himself. In other words, members of the Yadu dynasty are ultimately associate of Lord Krishna, and to facilitate the unrestricted pastimes of the Lord, they acted apparently unethical ways. Any questions? Everything is clear. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manovistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutare Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Suvadatikam Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutare Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatyadesh Tarini Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasati Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Vanchakalpatarubhascha Kripa Sindhubhaiva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. So, this verse gives the of entire chapter that as it is titled curse of upon Yadu dynasty, why they got cursed. This simple act of joking with the saintly persons will lead to the destruction of Yadu dynasty. Of course, in the Krishna Leelam, Krishna's rasas, pastimes, we see Hasya rasa. There is Dasya rasa, Sakya rasa, Vatsalya rasa, and there is also Virya rasa, and also Virya rasa means fighting, and also there is some kind of a Hasya ras, joking pastime. But as long as it doesn't cross the boundary, it doesn't cross the limitation, then it is okay. Jokes are a part of life. But when it crosses, it leads to the destruction. People in this age not only in this age, in previous ages also, they used to have jokes upon each other. Correct? I make a joke on you, you make a joke on me. But as long as it should make other person feel comfortable, it should not make other person feel embarrassed. It is not. It is not a good habit if we make. If I am having a joke upon you, you should also feel comfortable. You should also feel, you know, very very much happy. I mean, you should also feel happy. It's not like that. I'll pull down your chair, you fall in suddenly, and everybody laughs at you. You feel bad, right? Correct? It should not be like that. It should be like a flower offering to you. You feel happy when I take the rose flower and offer to you. It you feel also happy. I feel also happy. People who are seeing around, they also feel happy. They also feel nice. And joke should be like that. Joke should not be I'll kick and everybody laugh at you, or I will insult, everybody laugh at you. You feel bad. No, that is not a good joke. So there are many lessons in this purport that we can learn. The main part of is that Vaishnava Aparadha, first thing. Second lesson is destruction of one's devotional. Third lesson is Krishna is teaching that he wants to wind up pastime. He uses his own devotees. The first lesson is these Yadu dynasty, young boys of Yadu, they dressed Samba as a woman, and they took in front of the sages like Narada, Vishwamitra, and so Brahmanas, and they want to know, you know, they want to test their knowledge. They want to have a comedy scene, you know. In that comedy, it became serious because sages did not took this as a comedy. They took as seriousness, and they cursed, let this child will be the destruction of Edo dynasty. And the comedy scene converted into destruction. So that's why we should be always careful enough dealing with especially saintly persons, such as spiritual master Narada, such as spiritual master in our case, and senior Vaishnavas. We should be always sensitive, even though they may joke on us, they may have dealings with a happy with dealings. They may, have comedies on. They may put on joke. A spiritual master put jokes on you. It is not that you should also put a joke on spiritual master. That's not good. Okay, so we should be very very careful enough. And also here the pastime which demonstrate that we should artificially not imitate devotional service. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur says, a person who is artificially imitating devotional service, it is just like a woman dressed herself as a pregnant. She keeps some pillows in her belly, and she covers with a sari. She will show all the symptoms as a original pregnant woman. How she shows, original pregnant woman, she feels little bit lazy, heavy, and all kinds of symptoms. But original pregnant woman, she will have also pain, whereas the person who is dressed as a artificially pregnant woman, she will also shows all the symptoms, all the pains, all kinds of uncomfortableness, and she also screams. But at the end, the original pregnant woman gives birth to the child, but this artificial one will not give birth to any child because she is faking. Similarly, in the devotional service, if our devotional service are not Shruti Smriti Puranadi Pancharatrika Vidim Vina Anaitika Harir Bhaktir Utpate Eva Kalpate. It looks exactly like devotional service, but it is not devotional service. Just like I'll give an example, you know, like a soccer game. In a match, in a stadium, they are also playing, and in the ground, you are also playing. But why, when they are playing, millions of people, lakhs of people will watch. When you and I play, nobody will watch. Why? Because that game has bounded with the rules and regulations. There will be empire, there will be a guidelines, there will be a two teams, there will be a boundary, there will be a stadium, there will be everything based on the rules and regulations they play. But here, when you and I play, the rules are laid by our own adjustment, and the boundary we can decide. The rules that we decide, and they have a proper dress, and they have a proper uniform, a proper things. Everything is according to guidelines, according to the policy. But where we play, it is everything according to our own rule. I make one rule, you make one rule. That's why nobody watches. And also, if we kick that for ball, and if somebody got hit, he will go and complain. These people are playing, these people are creating disturbance. Whereas in the stadium, when soccer is being played, if some player kicks the ball, it went and hit on somebody on the audience, they will applaud. Correct? Oh, it hit me. And same any game, just like what is another game which badminton, badminton, and another game which exactly looks like a cricket. What is that game called? Baseball. Baseball, if you see the baseball game, that we designed the rules, we designed that stadium, we designed. If the baseball hits somebody and got hurt, immediately they will put a case. But whereas in the baseball game which is really played on the stadium, everybody will appreciate, because it is laid on by the rules and regulations, guidelines. Similarly, why I am saying this example is that when you do devotional service according to the Shruti Smriti, according to the scriptures, according to the Puranas, according to Narada Pancharatri Vidhi, then it will be appreciated. Otherwise, one time Srila Prabhupada's disciple, one Mataji, she thought Krishna is my child. I will feed him baby food. What is baby food? Some milk or some yogurt mixed with rice, and she is feeding Krishna with a spoon. Prabhupada stopped her. What are you doing? She said, I feel Krishna is my baby. That's why I'm giving the food, baby food. Prabhupada stopped. Prabhupada told, no, you cannot do that. You have to follow the guidelines. That's why Shruti Smriti. You should not, you are not at that stage of like Yashoda. You have not reached that stage of Yashoda, Mother Yashoda or Devaki, that you are feeding, you are seeing you are observing, or you are feeling yourself as Mother Yashoda, and you are seeing Krishna as a child. Lord Krishna in the deity form should be fed as as a boy who is 16 years old boy, how much he eats. So all the things that 16 years old boy eats, you should offer to Lord Krishna's deity. Not don't think that Krishna is my baby and I will feed them. No, that is 100% contempt. That is not at all devotional service. Nowadays we see the videos, so many social media videos. They have a Krishna baby form. They are feeding so much, like they are that baby form, like a Laddu Gopal form. They put it on bed. Now my Krishna is taking rest. And now my Krishna is taking bath. They will take to the shower and bathroom, and they will take to the bedroom. They will take to kitchen. and they will take to the park. They treat exactly like baby, but it is a doll. That's not a deity worship. That's not a devotional service. That is simply disturbance to the society you are creating. One devotee was sharing the same thing. One devotee, after he went to a home program, the host of the home program invited so many guests. One of the guests told this devotee, "Oh Prabhu, Swamiji, please come to my home. We want to have your darshan of Krishna." Then this devotee went, and they were they entered the home. After they entering the home, that guest took this devotee directly to the kitchen. In the kitchen, he was surprised. Why you took me to the kitchen? You should take me to the altar, no? I want you told me you will give the darshan of your deity. But when they entered the kitchen, they showed on the stove the Laddu Gopal is sitting. Laddu Gopal deity is sitting. They Prabhu was shocked. What is this deity is doing here? And that guest told them, "No, our deity likes to eat more. That's why we kept in the kitchen on the stove. Whatever is cooked, immediately we give the deity." And he was shocked. And the guest told, "Now come, we will take somewhere." Then they took into the bedroom. And there was another Laddu Gopal, which is lying on the bed. And told that, "Oh, this, what is this? No, this is my Laddu Gopal taking rest now." And they took this devotee into the park, the backyard. There was a playing like swimming pool and everything, and the deity was in on the swimming pool. And they told that, "Oh, this is another deity where our Laddu Gopal likes to play with our kids." So this is not a correct process. And they have each room, each different deity, but they don't have any altar for the deity. So this is called anaitika harer bhaktir utpata eva kalpate. It is simply demonstration of disturbance and misleading the people, thinking themselves sajiyas, because that's a artificially showing of devotional service, just like an artificially woman covers her belly, her stomach with a pillows, and there is no childbirth. So one should understand this. And also in our devotional service, oh, I am thinking like this to devotion. I, according to me, this is devotion. According to you, that is devotion. According to me, this is love. I will also dress like a woman so that I will feel the gopi bhav. No, that is 100% condemned. That is saki beki. There are 16 or 26, I'm not really sure. See, Bhaktivinoda Thakur listed there are apasampradayas, which are still now, I'm sure that they are going in the name of devotional service. They dress themselves as a woman. They 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 show off that the devotional service, and they think that we are the gopis. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna, and we are the gopis that we will give pleasure to the Krishna. No, in never ever it is mentioned. In even in the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastime, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was ecstatically, he was rubbing his face to the wall, and he was intensely separation from Krishna. He was in the gopi bhav, and he was acting like he's like his mood is like Srimati Radharani. He's speaking like Radharani, but never ever dressed himself as a woman. If you read especially Chaitanya Charitamrita, the last until the last chapter, you will understand. Even though Chaitanya Mahaprabhu into the highest ecstasy, he never ever dressed as a woman. And he never ever encouraged his intimate associate Ramananda Roy and Swarup Damodar as he told them, I am a Gopi. No, I am a Radharani. No. He speaks like that, but he does not wear sari. He is a Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna himself. Imagine. So he himself did not encourage, and people in the age of Kali Yuga, in this age, even though you see go to Mayapur or Vrindavan, they imitate such sahajiyas practice. So that's why we should be very 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 careful. Even today, when you go there, you know, when especially go to the Mayapur, Vrindavan, I've been to even Jagannath Puri. There are many many temples now. Like tourist guy or a auto cab driver, he also become a tourist. He will say that okay, we will take you to all these places, we will give you this much charge, you have to pay this much. One time we, as a devotee, as a devotees, myself and other devotees, we hire the cab auto, and he took us all the places, and he took one more place where it is an we'd never been, and also it is new to the place. That place is totally different from the normal temple. They had Krishna, they had all the Panchatattva, they had all the other things, and they entirely you can figure it out. It is really hodgepodge. Everything is hodgepodge. And they call this temple is very very great, I mean very very auspiciousness. That's why we immediately came out and we realized this is not a temple, this is not a good place to go. There's artificially so many things I cannot remember recall that. As soon as we entered we saw that there is a what you call a squirrel, like where Krishna, Radha Krishna on that squirrel and the swinging, everybody doing something and singing, and everybody dressed as a woman. Oh my God, so much havoc. We couldn't able to describe that, and we came immediately. We thought never gonna be this. We didn't even stay 2 minutes there. So that's why we should be very very careful where you go, and because slightest inattention in the path of devotional, it leads to the destruction. As these Jadu dynasty young boys, they have want to make a joke, they want to make a fun, but slightest inattention, that leads to the all kind of a destruction. Even in the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not forgive his mother. His mother offended Advaita Acharya. She did not really offended, like she did not uh, you know scold Advaita Acharya abusing words, but she, out of her love affection for her son, because the first son Vishwambar, he was started going to the school of Advaita Acharya. From there, he one day he disappeared. He took sannyas, and as a motherly, she felt bad. When Nimai, he was also going to the same school, she felt, okay, I may lose another child. This is not good. This Advaita Acharya is taking my old child. So that was the only something similar to that she told. She in her mind. So this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu observed. He did not, give entry in the dance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Kirtan. He was avoiding her. And other devotees asked, she is your mother, why you are not giving mercy to her? And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told, though he was in ecstasy, he told Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, no, she offended my mother. My mother offended Advaita Acharya. Mother, even Advaita Acharya himself told, no, I have not taken your mother's word as an offensive. I never took her words as an offensive. She is mother of a whole world. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told, no, she offended you. And unless until my mother touch your feet, I will not forgive her. So fine. Advaita Acharya couldn't allow Sachimata to touch her feet. But when Advaita Acharya was in ecstasy, she touched her feet and then only forgive. So why I'm sharing this is in this purport especially mentioned because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very very careful that, and he also sees what offense you are doing even in your mind, because Krishna is present. Sarvasya chaham hriti sannivisto mattaspriti jnanam apohanam cha. He is situated in everyone's heart. That's why we should not offend. And coming to this purport, Krishna teaches that he wants to wrap up this pastime and he wants to end, and he uses his own devotees as a tool, as a instrument to destroy his own dynasty. That is a lesson, and he uses Brahmanas, Vaishnavas, everybody to to wrap up the pastime. So Jiva Goswami confirmed that the lack of humility is shown by the Yadu dynasty was arrangement of Lord Krishna himself. They artificially show the humility. And lesson for us is that we should not show artificially humility. That is very, 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 very dangerous. Sometimes we see, oh, like if we ask some, if you might have known, like some people will say, oh Prabhu, I surrender at your lotus feet. I'm servant. Whatever you say, I will wash your feet. I will touch your feet. I'm a humble servant. I will wash your feet and drink the water. Don't believe them. That's not genuinity. That's not humility. Humility means sincere towards yourself and serious towards the devotional service. Sincere. Are you really humble? You should ask. No. Then you should not present yourself as humble. Okay, we say, for please forgive me. I'm humble servant. Humble servants mean you should do whatever the person asks. If I'm asking, I'm humble servant, Prabhu, please forgive me. And my senior devotee asked me, Prabhu, can you do this? No, Prabhu, I'm a humble servant. I have to sleep now. I cannot do this. Where is your humility? Where is your humbleness? But you are not acting, but you are saying, just I'm humble servant. I'm a humble servant. But we want to do just devotional service. We want to do kirtan, shravanam, kirtanam, no. But devotional service means whatever the senior, whatever the authority asks, whatever the needed at that point of time, you have to act. If you are not acting, then you are not humble. Then don't say that I am humble. So this is what we have to understand. Though this pastime, in summary, is no jokes. With the saintly persons, always be serious because that leads to Vaishnava Aparadh. Artificial devotion, which leads to the destruction of your own devotional life. And third point is Krishna uses his own devotees to destroy the Yadu dynasty in this case. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu very very serious about this. So in this age of Kali Yuga, there are so many apasampradayas, so many artificial people. They imitate devotion, and it is increasing only lust in their heart. If somebody is demonstrating artificially devotion, oh my Krishna, oh my little Lala, oh my little baby, it is art. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu specifically say, he in this purport it's mentioned, he infect them with the insane desire of material object of lust, so that ordinary person can easily identify false yogis. If somebody is acting like devotion, devotee artificially, then you see, even ordinary, you don't have to be expert scholar, you don't have to be a devotee, you don't have to be a pure devotee. Even ordinary person could figure it out. Oh, he's acting, he's faking. He can able to figure it out. And he's so lusty. So that's why we have to very very careful on the path of pure devotional service. Alright, we'll stop here. Any questions?
Thank you for the class, Prabhu. Um, the other sampradayas, are they, you know, I know they're not fake, but they worship Krishna and the way they want to? Is that what you're telling us to watch out for?
Yeah, see, there are four sampradayas: Brahma Sampradaya, Rudra Sampradaya, Sri Sampradaya, Limbaraka Sampradaya. Ours coming from Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. So, apart from these four sampradayas, anything anything people have created, it's not a bona fide, it's not a genuine. In the Brahma Sampradaya, Madhva Sampradaya comes, Gaudiya Sampradaya comes, Gaudiya Madh, and Rudra Sampradaya comes from Lord Shiva. Brahma Sampradaya comes from Lord Brahma. Sri Sampradaya comes from Lakshmi Devi, which we see South Indian, and Nimbaraka Swama Sampradaya. Huh? Nimbaraka Sampradaya, Nimbaraka, four Kumaras, Nimbaraka Sama, four Kumaras, because Lord has created these four schools. From these four schools, mantra, tantra means mantra, deity worship, scriptures, which comes from these four schools, are genuine, bona fide. Apart from these four schools, anything comes, you have to reject. First, you should check who is this spiritual master, who is this, where is this sampradaya, where is this coming from, which line it is coming from. Is it coming from Lord Brahma or Shiva or Lakshmi Devi or four Kumaras? If it is not coming from them, say Hare Krishna. We will see you again. Alright. Okay. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Go, Prema.